What is up, guys? RGT85 here, and the day has finally come. My NBA Jam Arcade1UP cabinet has finally come in. I ordered this off of Walmart at the beginning of June, and it got delayed a bunch of times, but I am very excited to have this. Obviously, I have a lot of Arcade1UPs. I absolutely love them, but as you can see, we're in a different area of the condo right now. We're not in the game room because I'm out of room there right now, so we're going to set this up in the living room for now. I actually have a plan about one of the Arcade1UP cabinets to sort of do a little something with it to make more sense with this poster here, so be on the lookout for that. But yes, I'm very stoked for this. As you guys can tell, I'm an NBA fan, and you might be saying to yourself, well, who's number 85 on the Knicks? I mean, come on, we got a little custom stuff going on here on the channel. But yeah, I'm a big fan of NBA Jam, so I'm gonna open this up, I'm gonna set it up, show you guys some of the stuff on it. We're gonna take a look at the games. Obviously, this Arcade1UP is a bit different than the other Arcade1UPs because it does have built-in Wi-Fi, so you can play online with people. So I'm really looking forward to checking this thing out. So let's open it up, let's set it up, and let's play some games. All right, so we have everything laid out nicely here so that I can go ahead and assemble it. I know you're probably asking yourself, is this how you really dress? Are you putting on a facade for the internet? No, this is how I really dress. I'm kind of a weird dude, just deal with it. I will say I was kind of annoyed though that they put in some of the pieces in with other pieces. It was the first time I've ever noticed that before. I was wondering where like this sort of stuff was, the wood stuff, and it was actually mixed in with some other stuff. So that was kind of annoying, but let's go ahead and build this.
The nice thing about these Arcade1UPs is once you've built one of them, you've pretty much built all of them. They're pretty easy to do. Honestly, I'm an idiot and I can manage to do them. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. All you need is a simple screwdriver and you are good to go. A Phillips head screwdriver. One of the cool things about this one is that it has a Wi-Fi built into it. So there's a little Wi-Fi thing, so you guys can check that out. That's a new addition. And here you can see the system all set up. It didn't take me very long to do, but I like to do these little glamour shots on them just because, you know, you gotta love the intricacies of these units that Arcade1UP makes. I think they just look so great, you know, very true to the original versions of these arcade machines, and that's what makes them special. That's what gives you that nostalgic feeling. Like, yeah, you could do a main machine or something like that, but it's the graphics that make it so cool and make it stand out. One of the things I really like about it is just how clean everything looks. The overboard for the controller, you can see that it is a 4-player system, much like Turtles in Time was. And one of the cool things about this one is that it has a light up marquee that it comes with it. It looks very nice, very simple to do. You just simply plug it in, and yeah, just a beautiful system overall. I really enjoy it.
All right, and here's the main menu for the NBA Jam Arcade1UP machine. As you can see, we have NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and NBA Hangtime, which is actually a pretty different game than the original NBA Jam games are. You can notice on the right-hand side, there's winning streak stuff, available games, because this actually has online built into it. Like I showed in the little preview build of it, it does have a Wi-Fi built into it so you can connect to the internet and play with people online. It's very easy to set up. It took me like a couple minutes. You get a screen name that you can use. I of course went with RGT85, and yeah, just very cool stuff. I really like the fact that this has built-in online, and I think that should be sort of a standard going towards the future of the Arcade1UP cabinets. Now we're just going to check out vanilla NBA Jam first. We're probably not going to mess with the online stuff in this video. I might try to connect to a game. I just don't want this video to be super long or anything like that. So we are just going to play a little standard NBA Jam. Then we're going to check out, of course, NBA Jam Tournament Edition and NBA Hangtime. So as you can see here, you have most of the players that were in the original game. So like, see how you have 2 Sean Kemps here? There is no Gary Payton. So that kind of sucks in my opinion. I feel like you could have just put a stock version of Gary Payton in there, you know, just without a name, so that way you could sort of still get that 1-2 punch with the game. It's kind of weird that they went ahead and did it like that. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. Oops, it's a little too much. So we'll go with the Knicks, obviously. The Hornets are really good in this game too. But it has the same sort of volume slider that of course you have with the other Arcade1UPs that are, you know, it's pretty standard nowadays. You basically have the ability to adjust the volume of it instead of having to mess around with just low, medium, and high. Now you have full control over it, which is nice, you know, much better. Oh man, this brings back so many memories of playing this game as a kid. Definitely kind of weird playing it on an arcade stick because I'm so used to playing it with an actual controller. You know, switching back between the turbo, the pass, and the steel might take me a little bit to get used to, but I mean, I will get used to it. You have all the original voices as well, so you know that you gotta have that. Oh, Oakley's doing it to him. But it's just like, this is such a timeless game. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Such a timeless game, and like, even though, you know, the rosters are clearly outdated by now because none of these people are still playing, it's still a lot of fun to play. You know, even if you don't care about the rosters or whatever, you could still have a great time just playing arcade basketball, which seems to be, you know, a forgotten thing. So this was a look at good old stock NBA Jam. Let's go ahead and check out Tournament Edition next. All right, so here's NBA Jam Tournament Edition. You can see the upgrades over the stock NBA Jam. There's much more stuff in this game than in the previous NBA Jam. It definitely was a great upgrade. You know, a lot of people are just like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a Street Fighter thing, but I really don't think it is. I thought they really improved upon a lot of stuff, from, you know, basic stuff, from the graphics to, you know, everything. Everything I think in this version of the game is substantially better. Now, the original NBA Jam, of course, does have that nostalgic factor. And once again, you can see here, well, why is Gary? Oh, because Detlef Schrempf was in NBA Jam. It wasn't Gary Payton. I apologize, Gary Payton. Thank you for being in this version of the game. But yes, it was Detlef Schrempf that was in that game. So, okay. And you can see here, you don't have Reggie Miller in this version of the game either. It's just a couple different people. If they are managing to get the additional players, they do plan on adding them, because you can actually update this unit, which is really cool, via the internet. I actually had to do an update when I first booted it up. But you can see here, you know, the heads are a little bit bigger, and you can actually see that they're the actual players in this version of the game. You could sort of tell in vanilla NBA Jam, but it's definitely much more pronounced. Like, look, that's Patrick Ewing. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, I was about to say. But yeah, this game is definitely, I think, better than the original NBA Jam. Not to say that the original NBA Jam was, you know, bad or anything like that. It's a fantastic game, but this is the version that I think a lot of people prefer to play, unless you like the rosters in the stock NBA Jam, because obviously some of those players hit that Starks. Oh, you're a bum. What a bum. That's your game, is threes. Sounds great though. You know, it sounds great. It looks great. The NBA Jam, you know, the arcade editions had much better crowds, much better character animations. You have the cheerleaders as well, which, you know, a lot of the home console versions that came out didn't feature that. Some things like the Atari Jaguar and the Sega Saturn edition, and even the 32X version had things like the scaling heads and whatnot to make them, you know, look a bit cooler. But, you know, the standard 16-bit versions of the game didn't feature any of that. So, you know, definitely a game that the arcade version is the superior version by far. And of course, there's all sorts of crazy stuff you could do in Tournament Edition, as far as, oh, why are they saying airball to me? That's very rude. You can do all sorts of stuff, hot spots on the court and whatnot, so that's very cool. Let me just, there we go. All right, now I can end it on that note. So now let's check out the third game in this, and that is NBA Hangtime. One thing I want to show you guys before we get into NBA Hangtime is the little cog here, because I'm sure you guys are going to ask about it. But this actually allows you to change things like head size, you can change the game speed, the drone difficulty, and you can do this for each individual game. So that's actually very cool, I feel. You know, you can do the head size right off the gate, you know, adjust little things that you want to adjust should you want to adjust them. So very cool stuff. But yes, like I said, let's take a look at NBA Hangtime. Now, I actually love NBA Hangtime. I haven't played this game in forever, but I used to play it a lot on my Sega Genesis because I love the alley-oop system in this game. Like, it was so cool, and I thought it looked and was a lot faster than NBA Jam. It really felt like an evolution of NBA Jam. So I haven't played this though in years, like probably since I was a little kid, honestly. But don't steal my thing there. But you can see here a much more updated roster. You know, obviously players come and go during this time frame. I mean, we got to go with the squad here. But this game was a lot of fun. I definitely have a lot of fond memories of it. I wish I remembered all the you can see all the codes for it. You can see that the graphics are definitely improved over previous games. And there's that alley-oop system right out of the gate. You know, it was very, very cool to see this. And I think the faces in this game look better. The animations, I feel, are much more fluid. Like, this is such a fun game. And it's a game that everyone talks about, oh, NBA Jam, NBA Jam. Why does nobody talk about NBA Hangtime? We need to start putting some respect on NBA Hangtime, people, because it's a super fun game. And I think it looks and plays possibly better than NBA Jam. Of course, a lot of it comes down to nostalgia. And if, you know, you weren't playing games around those times, then I could understand it. Let me see if I remember how to. I think you hold turbo and press pass to do the alley-oop. I could be wrong though. Or maybe you jump. There it is. That's what you do. So you hold down turbo and you hit the shoot button, and your computer character will toss you an alley-oop. Come on, hit that, Starks. But yes, I obviously love basketball. It is my favorite sport. So this was, you know, a mandatory purchase for me. There's a $400 and a $500 model of this. This is the $400 one because A, I'm cheap, and the $500 one actually has a feature that I don't like. It basically has a light up controller pad. And I don't like that. Like, the original games didn't have that, so I don't really see the need for it. It kind of is just a bit intrusive, I feel. You know, a lot of people seem to prefer that one, and that's cool. But for the, you know, extra $100, I'd rather save that money and buy some other crap I don't need. But I think this one is better because I don't like that whole light up display deck thing. It's just, you know, the marquee is more than enough for me. But all right, so, you know, we're playing these games. I think you got a good idea of what to think of them. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up with my final thoughts on the Arcade1UP NBA Jam cabinet. So what are my final thoughts on the NBA Jam Arcade1UP cabinet? I mean, it should come as no surprise to you guys. I absolutely love it. I love the NBA. I love NBA Jam. And having this at my house is just absolutely awesome. You're getting 3 great games on here with NBA Jam, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and NBA Hangtime. I think the online functionality is really cool. I actually played an online game and it ran seamlessly. I mean, I lost, but at least I had fun playing the game and I had fun losing. Well, a little bit of fun. But I think this is a great value, and I really think it's one of the best, if not the best, Arcade1UP machines, simply because of the fact that they're constantly evolving these machines. It does feature the dual speaker system that we've seen on many Arcade1UPs since the initial launches of these systems. The light up marquee is definitely a very nice addition, and it actually came with a riser too, but I never really build any of the risers or anything like that because then I would just have some up high and some low. I don't know. I would rather just sit at a chair and be comfortable when I'm playing these games. But this is probably my favorite Arcade1UP cabinet. It's just very high quality. I think they're doing a great job of listening to consumer feedback and adding in new features to really make these things stand out. And now my arcade is even cooler than the Shady J arcade. Suck it, Shady J. Suck it. He tends to trash talk Arcade1UPs a little bit because he's building an actual barcade, so he's kind of an arcade snob nowadays. But you know what? Us Arcade1UP fans enjoy these systems, and this is yet another great addition to my lineup of games. Now, like I said, this is actually out in the living room right now, but I'm actually going to be working on something that more fits in with the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan poster that is above this Arcade1UP cabinet. And when that is done, I will show you guys because I think you guys are going to be really surprised with what I ended up doing. But let me know in the comments section down below what you think of this Arcade1UP machine. Have you purchased any Arcade1UP machines? Are you like me and are addicted to them and can't stop buying them? And did you pick up the NBA Jam one? And if so, are you enjoying it? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because I'm always checking out these Arcade1UPs. And like I said, I do have a little special surprise coming up for one of my Arcade1UP machines. And as always, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I gotta go lose online some more in NBA Jam. Later.